Been there, done that. Didn't work out so well. So let's roll through a What If Wednesday. 3 questions, John.
All right. How about this? What if Jackson County pays the Royals directly?
Well, it will continue to screw the taxpayers of Jackson County, who have been screwed for far too long now and are really getting the screws put to them here over the last few months with these assessments across the county, where you got people who are getting assessments at double the value of what they just paid for it here in the last couple of years. Or you're getting assessments of $356,270, which appears to be a common number across the county. No rhyme or reason for that. But, yeah, if you missed it, reports are that Jackson County is considering a side deal with the Royals to pay them $15 million a year for 20 years. Now, I don't know, and we don't know if this is in addition to a 3/8 cent sales tax extension, if they were to stay in Jackson County. We don't know if this is separate from that. No idea. All we know is that it's part of the conversation. And Frank White was asked about this very issue a couple of days ago by John Ketz over at Fox 4. And instead of just saying, yeah, here's what we're considering, and being honest and transparent with the taxpayer, Frank White is more upset that this became public.
Well, I don't want to get into the real specifics of the negotiations. I just, that what we gave the legislature was for confidentiality reasons, and so I don't want to get in and try to break it down at this point.
Be honest with your damn taxpayer, Frank. Gosh. Transparency should be the first thing that leads the way in conversations here. And I'm not going to save my ire only for Frank White's office in Jackson County, but how about the Royals preaching transparent? Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, so transparent. Where the hell are you guys? Tell us what you want from each county and what you need from each county and how you're going to get it from each county. Come on, I'm hearing a lot about the word transparency, but I'm not actually seeing a lot of it in action from anybody involved right now. I had Jerry Nolte on yesterday. He's the Clay County presiding commissioner, to respond to this report. And, yeah, I mean, Jerry's a good steward for the taxpayers up there, but there were not a lot of answers in that conversation either, saying they'd rather play this thing out, privately, not in the media. I can respect that, but at the same time, the media is the conduit to the people, and the people in Clay and Jackson deserve to know what is under consideration when it comes to tax breaks or direct payments or sales tax monies for the Kansas City Royals billion-dollar baseball stadium. The taxpayer deserves to know in both counties, and right now they don't. Meantime, their taxes keep going up, and their dollar doesn't stretch nearly as far as it did 3 years ago. So this is a tough spot for everybody involved, and I would love it if they would actually be as transparent as they claim they want to be. John, what's next?
All right, how about this? What if Taylor Swift is buying a home in the Kansas City area, maybe on Swift Avenue, maybe valued at $356,270? I add those two last things. No, just what if she's thinking about buying a home here?
Well, there are rumblings of that, by the way. And Leewood's popped up as a potential site, which, by the way, can you slow down the relationship here, guys? Now, I know for Taylor Swift, buying a home is like literally buying one share of Apple stock or something for the rest of us at whatever it is today, $170. But if Taylor Swift does buy a home in Kansas City, it will be her least valuable piece of property in her portfolio. She's got properties in New York. She's got Southern California. She's got a 6-acre estate in Nashville. I saw an article, I think it was in the Star, which is the most accurate reporting they've had all day, by the way, about this possibility that I guess realtors are buzzing. And Jenna Bush talked about it on her podcast that she has friends out here. Yes, Jenna Bush of the Today Show said on a podcast with Hoda that she has friends in Kansas City who are telling her that Taylor Swift is in the real estate market in the area, John.
Can you imagine her portfolio? You're going, okay, in New York, here's $3 million, here's $1.5 million here. Oh, what's this in Kansas City? A she shed? Get good value, right?
Well, and apparently, too, she's got a $25 million property out in Malibu or something like that. So, this is by far, I mean, she could spend $3 million here. And, I mean, you know and I know, $3 million will get you a monster in this town. And it might be one of her bigger pieces of property, like physically.
Yep.
But it will not be one of the most valuable properties in her portfolio. So I don't know, I don't know if this is us reading too much into it where, wow, the relationship's really picking up. Or if she's like, screw it. I can buy something for $3 million. Not a bad investment.
Cheaper than checking in and paying the tax every week.
Exactly.
Come to town.
It's a drop in the bucket. And I don't have to stay at Travis's house every time I come here. So we
Decorated
can
in the 90s anyway.
I wonder what Travis's house looks like on the inside. I could see it having a bunch of like posters from the 90s.
They had a deal on it a couple of weeks ago after the first game, I think.
Really?
The Chicago game, yeah.
Oh.
That's what they're saying. It's all decorated mid-90s. It needs to be brought up to date.
I could see that. He's got like stickies on the back of posters.
It's just whatever he bought the house as, I'll assume, outside his closet.
I bet you he's got some like WWE wrestling posters from the 90s, though. I guarantee he's got that. What's next on What If Wednesday?
What if we quantum leap back to 1 week ago today?
Well, we'd still be on a much weaker signal than we are today. Instead, we're on 95.7, a 100,000-watt FM flamethrower, which is just amazing news for us, and the feedback from you guys has been outstanding. And you would not have known that we have baby number 3 coming your way.
Yes.
Which we announced.
Congrats.
Thank you very much, John. We announced earlier in the morning. I had Claire on the show, my eldest. She'll be 5 in December. She hopped on with us to make the announcement earlier this hour. So if you missed it, that will be up on the podcast. But yes, we've got number 3 coming up in March. And we will have the gender reveal next week.
Look at that progress in 7 days. Wait till next week.
Yeah. And no, for those of you asking, my gender reveal will not include Bud Light and Dylan Mulvaney. Sorry.